Hey guys, welcome to the Max Invest YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Chainlink yearly review. Now, Chainlink's year can be summed up in a couple of sentences. Chainlink has had a very poor year regarding price performance. However, Chainlink's fundamentals have continued to boom over the course of the year, and Chainlink is a fundamentally different cryptocurrency than when it started 2021. It's had so many fundamental improvements and so many big gains. Of course, I do believe that the price will eventually catch up with this fundamental gain, and overall I am very proud of the year that Chainlink has actually had, and I am thinking that 2022 should be very similar from a fundamental perspective but better from a price perspective. Of course, if you enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we just need 18 more subscribers. Also, remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. First chart that I want to talk about is Chainlink's integrations. As we can see, Chainlink has over 1,000 integrations right now. This is up from 865 integrations in Q3 of 2021, and it shows how many projects are actually using Chainlink. Essentially, all an integration is a project that decides to use one of Chainlink's services. It might decide to use one of Chainlink's price feeds or Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol, or it might also be a project that's partnering with Chainlink in some other way, or a project that's running a Chainlink Oracle node. So as we can see, there's over 1,000 integrations, and it shows that the Chainlink ecosystem is growing rapidly. At the beginning of 2020, Chainlink had roughly 300 integrations, and this has grown by over 3 or 4 times, which is very massive for Chainlink. So I'm very bullish on this statistic, and I do believe that this will continue to grow into 2022. Now, the next very big and bullish statistic is Chainlink's total value secured. Currently, Chainlink has a total value secured of roughly $85 billion. This chart right here says 76 billion, however, it's slightly out of date. Now, this is absolutely huge, as it's up from $7 billion secured at the end of 2020. So this shows that Chainlink is securing more than 10 times the value, which is absolutely huge. Essentially, what total value secured means is it means the amount of money that is on Chainlink rails. All Chainlink rails are is it's all of the different Chainlink services. We know that Chainlink provides price feeds, Chainlink provides verifiable randomness, proof of reserves, and a bunch of different services. So whenever an application uses one of these services, Chainlink is securing that value. For example, Aave uses a lot of Chainlink services, and therefore Chainlink is securing $15 billion from Aave. Overall, I do think that the majority of the market is going to end up being secured by Chainlink, and I do look forward to seeing this number continue to grow and grow. The next thing that I want to talk about in the Chainlink yearly review is the expansion in Chainlink services. Back in 2020, Chainlink only really had one service, and this service was providing data to smart contracts. So this was providing data like price data, and it was providing other bits and pieces like weather data. Of course, we do know that being a data oracle is Chainlink's biggest service, and it is what they do first and foremost. However, in 2021, Chainlink redefined what it means to be an oracle, and instead of just doing data delivery, Chainlink expanded its services by one order of magnitude. They started doing different things like CCIP, verifiable randomness, and overall this adds a bunch of different value propositions to the Chainlink network, which I am very excited with. So let's take a look at some of their other services. The first big service that they actually added is verifiable randomness. What this did is it meant that smart contracts could easily generate random outcomes, and this was used by a multitude of different video games throughout 2021. This service is live today, and it's used by Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, and Ethereum. Now, the next service that Chainlink introduced is they introduced Chainlink Keepers. What a Chainlink Keeper would do is it would do some of the computation of a smart contract off-chain, and it would actually speed up this smart contract. This is also used by the Binance Smart Chain and the Ethereum network. These were Chainlink's two biggest services that they introduced throughout the year. However, Chainlink have a bunch of other services. One of these services is Proof of Reserves, another one is Fair Sequencing Services, which is very much in development, and another one, that's the biggest one that all the Link Marines talk about, is Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol. Now, CCIP is still very much in development, and it has a bit of work to go. However, what it aims to do is it aims to connect all of the separate blockchains, all of the separate rollups, and basically abstract away the complexity for the end users and bring everything together very, very easily. Of course, myself, like many other Link Marines, believe that CCIP is probably going to be one of the biggest protocols or services that is offered by the Chainlink network, and I'm definitely excited for this. Chainlink also released Chainlink 2.0 within the year, and they released this in roughly April, and all this did is it detailed how Chainlink will expand its role beyond an oracle, and it'll do a whole bunch of different things, like hybrid smart contracts, more scalability, abstracting away complexity, trust minimization, order fairness, and crypto economic security. All of these are much needed in the future of blockchains, and it shows how Chainlink's technology stack is not only a data provider, but it's so much more right now. The next thing that happened in the past year is Chainlink integrated with numerous large companies. Back in 2020, Chainlink was not integrated with many big companies, and while Chainlink did have a few partnerships in the works, it wasn't actually doing anything. For example, Chainlink and Google sort of had an integration back in 2019, however this integration didn't actually materialize until 2021. So 2021 was the year of big integrations with very big companies. We can see a couple of them up on the screen right now. Swisscom is the biggest tech company in Switzerland, and it's running a Chainlink Oracle node. The Associated Press is also running a Chainlink Oracle node, and this is absolutely massive, as this is the company that is in charge of determining what news is accurate and what news is fake in America. So this was definitely a huge partnership, and this happened in roughly September or October this year. LexisNexis is the world's biggest legal data provider, and they also integrated with Chainlink back in August of 2021. Now, Swift is one of the biggest companies in the entire world, and what Swift does is they manage global payments between a whole bunch of different entities. The Swift partnership has been in the works for a while, however in 2021 Sergey Nazarov was talking with the director of Swift, and he was really getting Chainlink pushed into Swift, and hopefully in 2022 we can see a lot of new things start happening with Swift and a lot of big integrations with Chainlink. Marsh Global is the biggest parametric insurance provider in the world, that also integrated with Chainlink. World Weather Online is Google's weather service, and in 2021, World Weather Online started running a Chainlink Oracle node. However, in my opinion, the biggest partnership of 2021 was the Chainlink Amazon Web Services partnership. Essentially, what happened is AWS added the ability to quick start a Chainlink Oracle node. What this means is that any company can easily run a Chainlink Oracle node through Amazon. Essentially, this is unbelievably good, as it means that all of these big companies will find it very, very easy to be a Chainlink Oracle node and start monetizing their data. In my opinion, what this will do is it will result in hundreds of huge companies all coming onto Chainlink. This is an absolutely massive onboarding tool, and in my opinion, it can't be understated. Essentially, when a company becomes a Chainlink Oracle node, all they're doing is they're providing their data to smart contracts for some money, and Amazon Web Services actually supporting this function is going to be very big into the future, and overall this was my favorite partnership of 2021. Regardless, there were a bunch of partnerships in 2021. I haven't even got all of them on the screen here right now, however these were the biggest ones in my opinion. The next big bit of news for Chainlink is that it integrated with a myriad of different blockchains in 2021. Back in 2020, the only blockchain Chainlink was really integrated with was the Ethereum network. In 2020 and 2019, Chainlink did have a few partnerships with other blockchains, however nothing ever materialized out of these partnerships. They didn't start using Chainlink price feeds because they're decentralized finance and their technology wasn't there just yet. So in 2020, all that was really using Chainlink was the Ethereum network. And we do know that the Link smart contract is deployed to Ethereum, Link is an ERC20 token, and all people really thought of Chainlink was Chainlink is connected with Ethereum and that's all. However, in 2021, this narrative changed rapidly. Essentially, Chainlink was getting adopted by every single blockchain left, right, and center, and this was absolutely necessary for these blockchains. Essentially, these blockchains wanted to actually start building out their ecosystem and start getting applications on them. Of course, the only way for these blockchains to actually start using DeFi applications is to start using Chainlink. And in 2021, we saw Harmony partner with Chainlink, Solana partner with Chainlink, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, Cardano, Avalanche, Terra Luna, Near Protocol, and Elrond all partner with Chainlink. There were a few more blockchains, however, these were just the ones off the top of my head. This was very good for Chainlink and for other blockchains. For Chainlink specifically, this meant that their total value secured started skyrocketing, and this is why Chainlink is securing over $75 billion worth of value. So this was very big for Chainlink. Also, whenever Chainlink is being used by these other blockchains, Link needs to be paid to actually fund Oracle providers. So Chainlink Oracle nodes will get paid in Link for doing their Chainlink services, which adds more and more fundamental value for Chainlink. So this was massive for Chainlink. However, this was also very large for these alternative layer 1s, because what this meant is it meant that they could actually start experimenting with applications. Something like Terra Luna at the beginning of the year only had $1 billion or so of value locked in the protocol. However, by the end of the year, Terra had $21 billion locked, and the reason for this is because Chainlink expanded the amount of things you could do on Terra by 2 orders of magnitude. So Chainlink was absolutely necessary for some of these other blockchains, and these blockchains were absolutely necessary for Chainlink, and this was overall a huge development that happened in 2021. To summarize the year, Chainlink's price didn't perform that well over the course of 1 year. However, Chainlink's fundamentals performed unbelievably well. As we can see, Chainlink was adopted by almost every single large blockchain. Chainlink is used by tons and tons of big companies, and this number is only growing. Chainlink is securing tens of billions of dollars of value, and this is soon to be hundreds of billions. Chainlink is integrated by thousands of different things, and it shows that heaps of different entities are using the Chainlink network, and overall Chainlink services are expanding every single year. Chainlink is now doing VRF, Chainlink Keepers, CCIP, fair sequencing services, proof of reserves, and a whole bunch of different things that it wasn't doing in 2020. This shows that Chainlink is a fundamentally different technology this year as to what it was last year. And overall, I'm very proud of Chainlink's accomplishments in the past year. Chainlink's fundamentals have just continued to go up, and overall, I do think Chainlink is much more valuable of a blockchain this year, and I'm much more confident in the long term. Of course, Chainlink's price has performed very poorly in the last year. However, overall, I don't think this matters, because what I'm doing is I'm investing for the long term, and what I can see is a divergence in the fundamentals and the price. If Chainlink's price had boomed in the past year and its fundamentals had waned, I'd probably be thinking of selling some Chainlink, and I'd be a little bit disappointed, as maybe it wouldn't be a good long-term investment. However, I can see that the fundamentals are going up, and the price is going a little bit up and a little bit sideways. Of course, this makes me very bullish on the future, and when I'm looking at what's best to invest in now, I do want to invest in the undervalued things, as I do think these will have the biggest price potential in the coming years. I do think that Chainlink has a chance of going very, very well in 2022, and this is because the fundamentals will continue to perform. However, hopefully the price should start to catch up. And I know that a lot of people are doubting Chainlink right now. They're saying, well, the fundamentals can continue to improve, but the price doesn't necessarily have to. And this is simply not how fundamentals work. What fundamentals mean is it means how much value does the blockchain fundamentally have. Dogecoin and Shiba Inu have fundamentally no value on their blockchains, and their price is totally speculative. However, Chainlink has a bunch of fundamental value within the cryptocurrency. Essentially, Chainlink tokens actually need to be paid for Chainlink services. This means that one day we could get into a world where individuals are paying hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Link tokens for Chainlink services. Of course, this simply means the price for Chainlink has to be higher, and the reason for this is because so much Link needs to be bought in order to pay for Chainlink services. It's as simple as that. Another thing to point out is that a 1-year time frame is a pretty short time frame, and in Chainlink's 5 years of existence, it's spent 4 out of 5 of those years going very, very well, and the last year it's just been going pretty well, not that well. It is up roughly 100% year to date, which is actually a pretty big increase. However, if you compare it to other cryptocurrencies, it's underperformed the majority of the market. Ethereum was at $600 at the beginning of the year, and Bitcoin was at roughly $25,000. So it actually has performed roughly in line with Bitcoin, funnily enough. However, the majority of other cryptos it hasn't been able to keep up with. Anyway, I do think that Chainlink's had a great year. I'm very excited for the coming years, and that basically brings us to the end of the video. Now, I know I reminded you at the beginning of the video to subscribe. However, we are going for 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year. Now, I only need 18 more subscribers, and I do know there's definitely 18 people that are watching right now that are not subscribed, and it would be much appreciated if you could help push over the line. There's not that many days to go until the end of the year, and I'd be very, very grateful for it. Anyway, thanks for watching the video.